What's to say? You can't handle the truth.
She says women are doing men a favor by letting them pay for dinner. Okay,
What?
how?
Men paying for dates
Favor
is
for
not
us?
for you, it's for them. This is the biggest bit of bamboozling these red pill bros have managed to accomplish.
Sorry, does she think
we
that men
bamboozled?
paying for dinner is a modern invention, that it came out of podcasts? How does she think things worked in the past?
Men paying for dates serves them. It does not serve you, okay? Let me break it down for you.
Okay, yeah, go on.
How much is your life changed by some chicken pasta and a creme brulee? How much
Not much, like a modest amount.
does that change your life? Hardly
I
at
mean, you got full.
all, right? Hardly at all, okay? But let me ask you this. When you, let's say you go outside. You go outside because you're gonna bring the trash out to the street, okay? And you're like in your sweatpants and your hair is like greasy and you're kind of crusty and you think like,
Whoa. That's never happened to me. My hair is never greasy. I'm hardly ever crusty. But go on.
whatever, let me go out, let me just take the trash out. And just as you go out, this fine ass neighbor walks past. And you're like, damn it. If I had only looked good. Now, do you want to look good for him? Like, is this for him? Is this something you're giving him? Are you like, oh, if only I'd look good because it would have made his day better? No. You want to look good because it puts your best foot forward and potentially raises your desirability in his eyes. And what does that do? That increases your power in the mating dynamic.
Why did she yell? Did you hear that? When she said the word power, she really yelled it. You got to say power in a powerful way. That was quite a journey, but I think I understand her logic. She's saying that in the same way that you dress sexy to impress the hot neighbor, and that's being done for your benefit, so you have a chance to impress him, a man who's paying for a meal on a date for a woman, that's for his benefit because it gives him an opportunity to impress the woman.
When a man takes you...
Sure, if women just didn't expect it all the time, then yeah, it might be a way to impress her. But now it's the norm. It's basic treatment or whatever, right? Bare minimum. So why does it even matter anymore? It doesn't change anything.
out for dinner and pays for your food, that is an opportunity for him to present himself as best as he can to increase his desirability in your eyes and give him more power in that exchange.
She did it again. Why did she yell the word power? She's essentially making the argument that there's no such thing as true generosity. Every act is actually secretly selfish. So when you're doing a favor for somebody, you're actually not really doing them a favor. You're just doing something nice for yourself. You're doing it in some roundabout way for your own benefit. I'm actually sympathetic to that view. I think it's an interesting thought experiment. I heard it when I was like 20 years old listening to Alan Watts. And he said, consider for a moment that every action you've ever taken in your life was selfish. I don't think it's that simple, but it is an interesting idea to sit with. But this woman, she's really worked up over this one very specific instance of a man paying for dinner. When a man pays for your food, you're doing him a favor because it lets him increase his power. But that same logic that could be applied anywhere. And I don't think she would like it if it was applied to her and the stuff that she was doing as a favor for a man. I was so generous because I let her make me a sandwich. I'm such a good guy because I let her give me a blowjob. I did her such a...
Well, duh. She needed the exercise in her neck muscles. So I was just, providing the equipment to, do that exercise very well.
Big favor allowing her to drive 2 hours to come and see me.
Damn
I gave
right.
her that opportunity to drive all of that way, come and see me, that opportunity to impress me. I'm such a good guy. Like, that was just so selfless of me. Something tells me she wouldn't like when her theory is applied in other situations, when a woman is doing a favor for a man, which just tells you that she doesn't really believe this. It's not actually about the principle of
Why would they? The truth hurts, and they can never handle it.
the thing. This is just about gender.
Let me illustrate it for you another way. Let's say a very wealthy man wants to take you out to dinner and he calls you and he says, hey, I'm going to take you out to this steakhouse. I'll pick you up at 8. Okay, cool. And you say, no, actually, I would prefer if we meet at a coffee shop that's near my house. I'm going to walk. What have you just done in that dynamic? What have you just done?
Well, you've missed out on a fancy steak dinner. You missed
Yeah.
the opportunity for a free ride in a luxury car. And you've given him the impression that you're argumentative and disagreeable and incapable of going with the flow and following a man's lead. Now he just thinks that you're someone who's incapable of accepting generosity.
You
Correct.
have just minimized the power that he has. You have just reduced the opportunity that he has to
Oh, then why don't we just go on walk dates every time, so we don't have the power over you guys, but yet you get upset when we take you out on low effort walk dates.
impress you.
You haven't even been on one date with this guy, and you're already thinking in terms of who has the power? These women have lost
Crazy.
their minds.
Now he has to get clever. Now he has to bring flowers. Now he has to bring a gift. He has to do something to flex his resources and put his best foot forward to try to increase your desire and therefore his power in that dynamic.
Every time she says
Power.
power, it cracks me up. I mean, what you're saying, that's assuming that he's still interested, which I would say is a pretty big assumption. You probably scared him away with your attitude before. This is a wealthy guy in this hypothetical. He's got a luxury car. He's probably got options. You think he's going to work that hard on a first date for a woman who's outright argumentative? Men like women who make their lives easier, more simple. That's what they crave. If you're disagreeable and you just make everything more complicated, no man's going to be interested in that. You haven't understood what actually drives male attraction.
He is better off if you allow him to take you out to a nice dinner and pull up in his Porsche
He's better off spending more money. Got it.
to try to impress you. He is better off for it. How much better off are you for it because he bought you a steak?
Well, he's not better off if nothing comes from it. Like, this is just maths. This is basic game theory. She's not taking into account the asymmetric risk. First of all, the money that he's spending, that has no guaranteed return that's going to come to him, because
Correct.
he might not like you, or the date might not go well, or he doesn't think that you're a quality woman, or he might like you. He might think you're amazing, but you don't like him. You don't want to date him again. And so he spent his money for nothing. In that instance, where is his power? He's looking at a wasted evening and an empty wallet while you've got a full belly. I honestly think this woman, she's like the last woman on the planet to figure out that this is actually a good deal for women. This arrangement of men paying benefits women. I don't think I've ever heard a woman try and spin it this way before, because
This is the first time.
reality of it is just so obvious. I mean, why does she think feminists everywhere, like these modern feminists, are furious whenever the suggestion comes up that they go 50-50? It's because they know that they've got the better end of the deal. They've got
Exactly.
the power. You know?
She acts like women out there. It's like, no, Ruth's Chris. I expect a walk date. I don't want you to have power over me. Never spoken out of words. Words never spoken out of women's mouths.
They get to accept the free meal from the man with the ability to just walk away afterwards, walk away from him with no obligation. That's the powerful position. He really only has power in this situation if his ability to impress you actually converts into impressing you. And he's attracted to you and you're attracted to him. A lot of factors have to line up to make it worth it for him. And even if he succeeds, that's not him having power over you, because if the date goes well and he likes you and you like him, then you both benefit. You
They
know,
both
he used his
benefit, yeah.
power to try and impress you and it works. Now you're attracted to him, but everybody wins in that scenario. That is a mutually beneficial.
But that's not how she sees it. She sees it, oh, the man wins everything because of that. The man won the prize. He won her.
Outcome. When you break it down like that, you can actually see that there is no power dynamic that could play out in real life where he comes out on top. Most of the time, he's going to be a sucker. But if he's lucky, maybe occasionally after a date, he'll end up on equal footing. So lady, please, just think through what you're saying. Honestly, if this is the kind of shit that feminists are resorting to try and maintain their victim status, they are really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Is that going to change your life? No,
It's like my privilege. Oh, it's oppression now.
it isn't. It
Wow.
isn't. He is better off for it.
And if it does work, you're both better off for it. So stop complaining.
Men buying you dinner, taking you on nice dates, serves them more than it serves you. Now, that doesn't mean we don't appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate the hell out of a good masculine man. But it serves him in that exchange in early dating more than it serves you.
You ever think, like, if this is the sort of stuff you can afford to get angry about, how charmed your life must be,
Seriously.
how comfortable, how easy. Things must be so good that you quite literally need to invent reasons to be upset. It's so weird. Ladies, you got the long end of the stick, okay? Just be grateful. Just take the win.
Let me ask you, do you know who